Okay, so my good friend Bert tells me I should be recording stuff and putting it on YouTube because I don't know, like if she thinks I talk about stuff in a good kind of way. And I try to just put things in a way that makes sense, that get the idea across as clearly as possible in a common sense kind of way. So I figure if I'm going to do these, it's probably going to be at night in my room. There's not a whole lot of comfortable space to do things, so I thought, oh, I'll lay on my pillow and do the videos. Might as well call it pillow talk. Why not? Okay, so today's thing, social commentary. There's a lot of stuff going on right now politically, and it's very frustrating to me because I've been talking to my friends about this for a while. There's this mentality that if you are part of an oppressed group, a group of people who have traditionally been hated on and disrespected and not allowed to have the same kind of opportunities and all of those things, treated badly through, historically. All of a sudden there's this swing of it's okay for the oppressed group to basically treat the majority group the same way that they've been treated this whole time. And I'm so confused by that. I don't understand the mentality that says it's okay for me to do the bad thing that you've been doing to me this entire time because it's my turn. It's my right. I get to because, you know, now it's the underdog type situation. When in reality, if whatever it was that was being done is a bad thing, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be that kind of person? I just don't get it. And it exists in every format, whether it's, being a man versus a woman, because men are supposed to have, more um, opportunities than women do, and they do. It's legitimate fact. It's been proven. Nobody's arguing that fact. Whether it's fat people versus skinny people, or white people versus black people, or brown people, or yellow people, or whatever color you want to, throw into the mix there. And it's become this. The pendulum has swung to the opposite direction, where it's okay for a woman to make fun of a man and belittle him and act like he's stupid and doesn't know anything. And if you don't believe that's happening, watch any sitcom out there. The man in the story is always getting made fun of and always being henpecked, and it's this whole other swing from the feminist movement. And why do we go there? What makes us think that that's okay? Why would we want to treat a man like that when we know exactly how bad that feels? I don't get why that's okay. I don't get why it's okay. And you can tell I'm not a skinny girl, not a mystery. Why it's okay for fat people to make fun of skinny people now? As much as I love Megan Trainor, and believe me, I do like the song. She's used this line, going and tell all these skinny bitches that, and even though they bleep it out, what if you had said fat bitches? Total uproar. But because they're skinny, because they were the ones that were being oppressive in the beginning, and now the underdog is getting their jabs back in, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for a black person to say all white people are this or all white people are that, if it's not okay for a white person to say all black people are this and all people are that. And it's not. It's not okay on either side. It's not okay on either side. I read a blog post today on Humans of New York, which I love that page. And they were interviewing someone. They didn't show their face. It was just a picture of the body of the person. They were homeless and kind of describing how they got in that situation. And the person said that, and they were a black person, that they believed that deep down, every Caucasian person had the ability somewhere in their soul to, if they were pressed to it, use their race to get ahead of a minority if the situation was desperate enough. That was a part of every single Caucasian person. That's not fair. You can't make that statement about any race at all. At all, because there's never a situation where it applies to every single one. There's always exceptions to the rule. But it's super not fair of you to categorize my entire race as being that way. Are there a lot of people who would? I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. But there's a lot of people who would never dream of something like that, myself included. That would never even cross my mind as a possibility. I wouldn't even have thought of it had the gentleman not put it in the post. So in the comments, people were saying, no, not all white people. That's not fair to say of everybody. And there was this counterswing of, well, you shouldn't just automatically deny what he's saying. You don't know his experiences, and you should listen to what he has to say. And da da da. And I'm going, what gives this guy the right to make a blanket statement about me when, if I were to make a blanket statement about him, it would be completely inappropriate? You know what's not appropriate is it doesn't matter what color's saying what. It matters that it's being said. You can't make a blanket statement like that about anybody and expect for it to be okay. That's not okay. And don't you dare sit there and tell me that I can't defend myself against a statement like that and then act as though we're all supposed to be treated like equals. Because what you just did was you took away my right to my thoughts and feelings and expression. And that's not okay. That's not okay. That man has the right to say whatever he wants to say and feel however he wants to feel. But that doesn't mean that he gets a blanket pass to insult me as a person just because he happens to be a different color than me. And in the same way, I don't get to insult skinny people because I've been picked on by them my whole life. Not so much as an adult, mind you, but especially in school, and that stuff sticks with you. I'm the minority in that situation. I'm the one that's not the perfect one. And you can make all the jokes you want. It's become completely un-PC to make fat jokes, but it's totally okay to make jokes about skinny people. That's not okay. That's not what we're shooting for. Why are we trying to get on the other side and do the same things that have hurt us so much? I don't understand that at all. So be careful. Be careful about going too far in the opposite direction. My keyword, my life cornerstone is balance. And I don't necessarily achieve that by being middle of the road on most things. Sometimes it's having equal parts of both ends of the spectrum. But in this situation, you start out on one side and you go all the way to the other, you've missed the point in the middle that you were trying to get to. The part that's appropriate, the part that's right, the part that treats other human beings with equal amounts of respect. And so I encourage you, ladies, stop making fun of your guys. Fat girls, stop making fun of the skinny girls. Whatever minority you might be, it's the golden rule, people. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. And if you wouldn't like for somebody to say to you what just came out of your mouth, you shouldn't say it. So, that's pillow talk for tonight.